And welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Junior Garcia, and here are some of the top stories we have for you tonight. Senator Elysia Chuckie disappointed. Diabetes awareness. And Hovenza continues to hold wholesale price of gas steady. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8.
I Trade Earth brings you News Channel 8, a Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands-based approach to economic development and the global marketplace, one small business at a time. Call 866-396-8278 for more information or look at us on AsSeenOnChannel8.com for I Trade Earth.
In our top story, Senator Elysia Chuckie voices her disappointment in the Senator O'Reilly's decision to stop the recount. Disappointed, but not surprised, said Senator Hansen.
Senator O'Reilly's action to request of the court to order stop the recount and count of votes for Elysia Chuckie goes against all rights of voters to have their vote counted. I am disappointed in her, but not surprised at all. What is she afraid of? She wants to suppress the truth? Don't she want to know what the real numbers are? She don't want to respect the people's right to choose who they want as their representative. O'Reilly simply doesn't understand the principles of democracy and wish not to have each vote actually counted. You know, she must be truly out of her mind. I can understand she's afraid to lose her seat, but she must not attempt to disenfranchise the voters. Each vote should be counted and respected. Foolishness such as I was not a candidate, the people made me their candidate. The people.
In other news, a booth owner meeting was held today to discuss the do's and don'ts for this year's carnival seasons. Here's a look.
I am Davidson Charlemagne, the president of the Crujan Christmas Carnival. We have here today, we have most of our entities that plays a big role in our carnival events. We have WAPA, we have fire, we have health, and anyone else, I think I forgot, I see agriculture here, but I don't know on what aspect. But what do we, public works. What we're doing here tonight is we're going to make sure that all our booth owners knows the do's and don'ts and what we expect of them during the season. What happens here is that throughout the season, we see a lot of things that happens, and we somehow, for the committee, we get blamed for a lot of it, knowing that when, you know, every year we come out, we give you all the do's and don'ts, and for some reason, not everybody, because we're not picking on anybody, but there's some that violate. And for the new year, this have been costing us. We've been actually being fined. Waste Management have given us numerous of fines. And again, it's not fair to us that we are actually going out there advocating for these things to not be done. Like just the oil issue is one of them that we are serious about.
You knew? Okay, good. All right. First, I would like to say one of the requirements is that you need to apply for a health permit. Any vendor that is applying for a health permit need to come to Charles Howard Complex, room 1097. It's on the first floor in the Charles Howard Complex. If you need directions, you can call 773-1311, extension 3109. Okay, we're going to talk.
Something we started last year is if we come by and your booth is not in compliant, we will shut it down immediately. Okay? We will shut it down immediately. We will place one of these tags on your booth, which says to everybody that this is an emergency order violation, meaning that this booth is not authorized for opening. Okay? Until you become compliant. Here's the reason why. Everybody understand that based on how close these buildings are, Remember, it's a makeshift boot that you have made out of what? Plywood, right? Okay, if we have one incident, that shuts down the whole village. If we have one incident. So that's why we stress on fire safety, trying to make sure that everybody understand that we want you to be fire safe.
And meanwhile, for the 5th week in a row, Hovenza left the wholesale price of fuel at its truck rack rates unchanged today. Meanwhile, gas prices nationwide have dropped drastically and remain at some point of the lowest rates in recent months, following the longest consecutive decline since 2008, according to the American Automobile Association. Hovenza each week evaluates its rack rates, the price of fuel purchased wholesale at the Hovenza truck loading station on St. Croix, and may adjust them. With no charge today, independent gas station operators in the territory are paying $3.42 per gallon for regular gasoline, $3.74 per gallon for premium gasoline, and $3.46 per gallon for diesel fuel when they buy their fuel from the Hovenza. Those prices include the 14 cents per gallon tax that Hovenza collects for the government. The rack rates influence retail gasoline prices in the territory because independent gas station operators can buy their gasoline at the loading station, then resell it to their customers. The rack rates are effective through Sunday. Work has resumed on Fort Christian, and government officials are aiming for the St. Thomas landmark to reopen to the public in the summer, a decade after it was first closed for renovations. The almost 335-year-old Danish fort was first closed for renovations in May 2005, but a series of delays from the discovery of human remains to contract disputes have kept the historic site shuttered for a longer time than it was originally intended. The first phase of the project was funded by a $1.3 million grant from the Federal Highway Administration and a $2 million appropriation from the VI Public Finance Authority. The authority funds come from bond proceeds earmarked to renovate historic buildings. The federal highway funds were awarded because Fort Christian is designated a National Historic Monument. Stay with us. We have more news right after this break.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Welcome back to News Channel 8. Diabetes has been plaguing our territory for quite some time. But Dr. Judy Barzy is bringing awareness on the topic of the disease diabetes, also known as sugar. Here's the sugar doctor.
What have you heard about diabetes and insulin? Insulin acts like a key and it allows glucose to enter the cells. Glucose is what our body needs. All of our millions of cells in the body, they need glucose for energy. And so we need it. When you have diabetes, there's two types of diabetes. Your pancreas makes little or no insulin, or your pancreas still makes insulin, but it's not enough or it doesn't quite work right. So it's not that effective. As a result, the sugar can't get into your cells, so it stays in the bloodstream. High blood glucose. There's an imbalance basically where the glucose and insulin are altered. And so if there's a lot of insulin around but it can't pick up those extra glucoses, then you're going to have too much glucose around. And so that's what happens. You're leaving too much glucose in the bloodstream. That's what you get when you check your finger or when they take your blood from your arm. Too much glucose can be harmful because it can damage every organ. Every organ you can think about, that excess glucose is going to give problems with over time, if not right now. It can have that potential to do that. You have to take care of your diabetes, because if you take care of it, then all those diabetic related problems that we'll get to, some of them don't have to happen. But you have to be in control. If you have that, then you can be one of those millions of people who live long, full, productive lives with diabetes because they manage their blood sugars themselves. And they take care of it. They do what they're supposed to do, they ask questions, and they gain knowledge. Pre-diabetes does not mean that you're destined to have diabetes. Exercise, eat right, and take care of your good health, that many of those persons can not go on to get diabetes, just with that alone, even without medicine. But the key is for them to understand what that means, and therefore be checking their numbers in order to avoid that number. But there are millions of people who are pre-diabetic at this stage for many different reasons, and that's why we need to get this education out right now to everybody, and not just oh, I have diabetes, I'm on medicine. You're not the only person who needs to hear about diabetes and take your family history and those things seriously.
The Frederickstead Church of the Nazarene will host its annual Christmas program in Williams Delight community, where the community will be entertained with Christmas songs, skits, and poems. The community children will be treated with toys and a snack, the purpose of which is to share a little love. The staff of the St. Croix Banco Popular branches have started the ball rolling with a generous assortment of toys. Anyone desiring to help the Frederickstead Church of the Nazarene spread a little joy and love in the hearts of the children and families of the Williams Delight community during the Christmas season can do so in the form of toys, food, or cash. We want to give a special thanks to the staff of Banco Popular. Don't touch that remote. We have more news straight ahead.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And finally, the Hidden Genius program is recruiting more children, teaching them computer programming. Here is Mr. Alexis George with more.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alexis George, and I'm here with the Hidden Genius Project's Virgin Islands. The Hidden Genius Project is an initiative for the youth in our territory between the ages of 12 and 18 years old. And what it is about introducing project-based learning to our young people, specifically around STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And so with that, we are working and collaborating with code.org to bring the Hour of Code to St. Croix. The Hour of Code is happening between December 8th and the 14th, and it is really about celebrating Computer Education Week. The purpose of the Hour of Code is really to push the idea of computer programming as a core part of the curriculum. And so we're here in the Virgin Islands, here on St. Croix. We are doing the Hour of Code, and we are looking to recruit young people who are in the junior high schools, 7th and 8th grade, to participate on our event that will be taking place actually on Friday at the Department of Labor. The time of this activity is actually 3:30 to 5 o'clock, and it's 1 hour. It's a computer programming introduction for young people between that age range. Again, this is the Hidden Genius Project. We really want to get our young people interested in becoming developers of technology as opposed to being consumers, and this is the first step in that process. We know that the Virgin Islands is going through some very serious times in terms of our economy, but I'm here to also declare that we need to start making some very proactive steps toward changing the course of our economic situation. And part of that is really developing, cultivating, nurturing our young talent, particularly in the areas of technology, because we know that technology is going to be a very big industry where there's going to be millions of jobs, millions of openings for young people. And so we want to start the process of getting young people actually interested in STEAM-based projects, STEAM-based type of learning. And so that is what the Hidden Genius Project is about. For more information about what is taking place, again, it's going to be on Friday at the Department of Labor Computer Lab, and it is from 3:30 to 5 o'clock. And anyone who is interested in having their children sign up, the trial has to be in the 7th or 8th grade between the ages of 12 and 14 years old. And to sign your child up, you can email me at strategies2succeed @gmail.com, or you can give me a call personally at 310-218-6924 to tell me that you would like your child to be a part of this. We're looking for approximately 15 young people to participate in this first initiative, and we'll be rolling out further initiative teaching young people computer programming as we move forward into the next year. Again, I want to encourage parents to get your children sign up to participate in this activity, and my email again is strategies2succeed@gmail.com. You can reach me by email, or you can call me 310-218-6924. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alexis. Don't go anywhere, folks. We have your weather coming up next.
Your weather coming up next. Your weather.
And now, here's a look at your 5-day weather report.
Tonight, isolated showers, partly cloudy with the low around 72. East wind 11 to 13 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 10%. On Wednesday, isolated showers, mostly sunny with a high near 85. East wind around 11 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 10%. On Wednesday night, scattered showers, partly cloudy with the low around 73. East-northeast wind 11 to 13 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. On Thursday, scattered showers, mainly before noon. Mostly sunny with a high near 84. East wind around 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. And on Thursday night, isolated showers, partly cloudy with the low around 73. East-northeast wind around 16 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. This is Cheryl Francis with your Channel 8 News weather.
Thank you very much for tuning in. That's all we have for local news. Do not forget to like us on Facebook at WSVI-CH8. You can also follow us on Twitter at WSVI-TV News Channel 8. I'm Junior Garcia, and World News is up next. Good night, Virgin Islands.
I Trade Earth brings you News Channel 8, a Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands-based approach to economic development and the global marketplace, one small business at a time. Call 866-396-8278 for more information, or look at us on as seen on channel8.com for I Trade Earth.